Welcome back to another episode of our Unknown to Icon series. We are the manager of Hemel Hempstead and we are currently playing in the Premier League. In the last video we went through match highlights. Our away form, not so good. Our home form is pretty alright and we were getting some good results against some pretty good teams. So I'm quite excited for what this season is going to bring. But in this video we are going to just quickly update you on some club news and actually go through our player performance and where we stand in the league. So at the beginning of the season we got linked again with a takeover, but our board has quashed all of that talk by announcing it in our news. We managed to hit our 600 games in management and actually 600 games as Hemel Hempstead manager, because that's the only team that we've been in charge of, and that game was against Chelsea and we managed to get a draw. I think at the end of last season I put in a request to the board asking if we can improve our training facilities, because our finances is pretty steady, pretty good. I wouldn't say that we're a rich club, but we are secure. Why not invest it into facilities now? And I will try and push more on our youth as well, because at the moment our youth is nothing and we don't even have our under 21 team yet either. Do we really need it? I don't know. Let's see. Let's concentrate on what we need right now to progress this club. So I got offered the Newcastle manager's job back in December, so only a month ago, and I went through the whole process. I picked all my backroom staff because at Hemel we've actually got a good setup. So I actually was like, who do I want to take with me? I even then got to the stage of negotiations. I was tempted. Newcastle, I mean, they've got one of the highest wage budgets. Don't know. I just felt like going from a club that has a £1 million wage budget to a club with £8 million wage budget, pretty much had the same transfer budget, probably had a better squad depth than me. I don't know, I was humming and ahhing. At first I was like, oh yeah, you know what, we achieved legendary status. Our goal on this series is to get icon and better, and we've done that. But I don't know, I still feel like we're building with Hemel, and I feel like we can still break into the top 4 and potentially in the next 3-4 seasons long term win it, or at least win a couple of trophies and show that progression. I feel like I'm not stagnated yet. I'm still improving. The day that we stagnate or we start dropping down a little bit and I don't get the support from the board is the day that we need to either stop this series or we move to another club. So anyway, after thinking long and hard about it, I decided, you know what, I want to continue my journey with Hemel Hempstead. I rejected the job and then they went to Wayne Rooney, and actually his career milestones has not really been that great. He's got good attributes, he's got obviously that massive experience, but his managerial career in Football Manager has not been that great. That's our club news, and moving on to see where we are currently sitting in the table. We are 7th. We played 19 games, we've won 8, we've drawn 5 and we've lost 6. And surprisingly, if we go to our 8 games that we've won, they're all at home, with the exception of beating Blackburn away. Then if we go to our 6th loss, they're all away, with the exception of losing to Liverpool 1-0. Very close game, could have went either way. Probably would have deserved a draw if I'm honest, but it's just those points, those little points that we just need to pick up to give us a good chance to get in this top 7. And that's got to be my aim. Fight bravely against relegation. Look where we are, we're 7th. We are far exceeding expectations. Again, we're always meant to get relegated every season and we're up there. It's still early, you never know. Looking at our player performance so far, so our top 3 performers this season are Miranda and Oscars. They've come in and done good, you know. Like I said, Oscar got a hat-trick, Miranda was popping up with a few goals. I mean, when they're called upon, they're playing all right. Maybe I do need to play them more, maybe, but quality is just not there, and Oscar's always injured. But our top 3 most played players is Gabriel Vesquez. He scored 6 goals, assisted 5, and he's on a 7.04. Jamie Wood, he scored 9. Obviously, our main striker, scored the most goals for us, and he's only got 1 assist, but he's playing quite consistently at a 7. And then our playmaker Enzo Di Pietro, no goals, but he's assisting. I would like him to assist a little bit more, but he's playing a 7.01. So happy days. There is some poor performers in there, like Jordan Harris. I would like him to pick up his form because he was a key player over the last couple of seasons for us. But looking again at Apps, who's played over 10 games, Alexei Kaladrov, new defense midfielder. Maybe it's just a settling in problem. We will keep an eye on that one. And Ian Roberts, I'm not too bothered too much about Ian Roberts because he has put away 5 goals in 9 games, 9 starts and 10 substitution appearances. So I'm happy with that. He's a bit part player, but when he comes on, he's getting critical goals for us. Our centre-back, Manny Matchison, but again, I'm not expecting too much from him. He's playing a 6.75, but his form has started picking up a little bit, which is good because his last first team game form is 6.9, so that's really handy. How is our 2 freebies coming along? Curtis Jones, he's playing a 6.93, got a few goals, a couple of assists. His form has really gone bad. And then Cole Palmer, he's not played as many games as Curtis Jones. He's got a couple of goals, 1 assist, not playing that great, 6.78. So just going back to our worst performers, what are we going to do in the January transfer window? No matter with money, I would probably like to bring in a new cam and a new goalkeeper because our new goalkeeper just is not hitting for mark. He's doing all right, his stats are good, but yeah, a new cam, a new striker. I think everyone else is pretty all right. Or maybe a new centre back. Yeah, a new centre back. Those 3 positions is what I'm going to be looking at. How is our money? So we've got £62 million in for bank account at the moment, and we've got £24 million in our transfer budget for January with quite a nice wage budget. So we could bring in a player on £300,000 a week if we really wanted to. 24 million, we could bring in a half decent player for 20. So I'm quite happy with that. I don't think I'll be buying those 3 players that I wanted, but we will see. We will see what's on for market and who's available. Alright, that's it for today's video. Looking forward to seeing where we get up to. Can we break into Europe? Maybe slip into the top 4 and get Champions League? Or maybe for teams in Champions League could win Champions League and open up another position in 5th place, and then we'll be really pushing it. Or maybe we can just win for FA Cup and get into Europa League or something like that. Anyway, I just want to move on to the next stage. I did say maybe mid-table, top 10, but now that we're 7th, it's there for the taking. Can we do it? Well, only way we're going to find out is by playing the game, I guess. If you like this video, hit the like button, and if you would like to watch more content like this, hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you on the next one.